Captain, what are you talking about? It appears to be a blackout. Everything is all black.
We ready, we ready for y'all. We ready, we ready, we ready for y'all.
Yo. It's your boy Jamar, Top Chef Sports Talk. Back with another live on this hated Eagles versus Cowboys week. After we got my brother Jason in the house. Let me introduce Jason. Jason, what up?
What's up, man?
What's going on? Tell me your thoughts on the loss last week before I get into mine.
They went into it real deep all week long. One thing, like everybody was saying, the Eagles came out with a horrible game plan.
Right.
I don't know what it is. I know the team philosophy, which is the pass to get the lead and then run the ball to maintain it. But sometimes you got to be able to adapt your plan to the team, because that wasn't a good plan for the 49ers, especially the way our defense was set up. We should have been running the ball. Ain't not everybody like run the ball. That's the reason we lost. But we should have ran the ball more to keep their offense off the field to protect our defense, because our defense wasn't getting no stops.
Well, then if you say that, that's the reason why we lost.
But no, you can't. You're going to say that after the fact. Hindsight vision is 2020. Like, if we didn't go in the game knowing we was going to let them score on 6 straight driving possessions. Once it got to that, it was too late to run the ball.
I hear you, but I mean, I even sent you that video with Seth Joyner saying the same thing. Like, dude, what you call DeAndre Swift can't do what Christian McCaffrey can do, because they won't run the ball with DeAndre Swift, because he can do it. He can be.
It's not they don't run it; it's that their commitment to running it we'll say like early in the game is zero. They need to commit to it earlier in the game. They want to throw, get the lead, and then run, where it's more practical to be balanced throughout the game and then lean more heavily on the run once you get the lead.
That's the point, though. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to play teams like 49ers and like even the Cowboys today, you got to establish some type of balance. You can't, like you said, keep putting your defense out there playing the games, playing more than they should be, when you got a sustainable offense that can, manage the football game. Like when we played against Kansas City, we held Patrick Mahomes on the sideline a lot. We controlled the ball, but we get
but it's different. Like guy Matt just commented, 3 games in 13 days. The way we want to play, and with them games coming so fast, the physical toll on the player's body is not easy thing for him to deal with. Because to be physical, run the ball, what we want to do, and then against the teams that we was playing, and it was such a short span of time, like the 49ers came off a 10-day rest. We was coming off a short week against a physical team where we went overtime with. So it's hard to maintain that physicality every week in the NFL. Everybody know that. I know it's not an excuse, but it definitely is hard.
All right, let me trump you what you just said. Our running backs are healthy. They're not being used. So I mean, like,
well, they're being used. It's just they're not overusing them. We're just barely using them. You can say
you could say that if that was the case with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, or even Dallas Goedert, you could say, well, I don't want to keep passing the ball because these guys have been playing 3 games in the last 13 days. They need rest.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that with the wide receiver. I didn't say that they need rest. I'm saying, go ahead.
saying to you that philosophy would make sense because you have been using your receivers a lot over the last couple of weeks, over short periods of rest. You haven't been using your running backs as much as you should be because you even got a running back on the bench that hasn't played all season long, and we don't even know why. So why not? So here's my thing. I'm saying the same thing you're saying. You should be running the ball early and often to sustain these leads and keep your defense on the sideline. I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I just don't understand why the Eagles aren't doing it because you have four running backs, and just like my man Mac just said, Penny should have been used against the 49ers. He should have. It should have been like a 3-headed monster out there because they started.
Yeah, Penny should have been used all year. Nobody knows except for the Eagles why they're not using Penny or what's going on in that situation. Because
Yeah.
that is just insane. Nobody understands it.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows why they're not using Penny.
Yeah.
Everybody he's a bigger back. He's fast. He's out of all the backs we got, he's the biggest.
Right.
So I have no clue why they don't use him for short yardage, like goal line short yardage. They use Gainwell, which probably is the smallest.
Right.
So listen.
This
Nobody knows but the Eagles. I can't answer that question. God can answer that question for you. Only the Eagles can answer that question because only they know.
This is exactly what I'm saying, though. If you're not going to use the running backs and run the ball the way you should run the ball, then it's harder for you to sustain against teams like the 49ers because they're crushing you. They're going to crush your defense. They're not just going to rely on one aspect of their game. They're going to run.
The only thing about that is with the 49ers is the 49 defense is too good to be one-dimensional. You have to, and then the way our offense is set up, we're not one of them teams where like the Miami Dolphins or even San Fran where they do a lot of motion and disguise it and trying to fool you with all that. We don't really do that. We most of the time the Eagles just line up and just run. They don't try to disguise too much trickery or try to fool you. And with that you got to be more balanced in your attack where you sometimes you run or sometimes you pass to keep them guessing because if you're not moving motions or disguising your plays to fool the defense and you're just one-dimensional against a good defense like the 49ers, or the 49ers have a really good defense, they're going to kill you just like they did. They shut us down. When a lot of the plays you go back and watch the game, we had put 8 men in to block, but they would rush 3. So we got like 3 wide receivers with 8 defensive backs. That's why you watch the game. Jalen seemed like he had a lot of time, which he did, but was nobody open.
No. It was a couple of times I showed you that he missed the check down. The check down was wide open every time. He looking for the big play.
No, Mar. Hey, missed it. The check down. He was given. If you say he missed it because he didn't throw it that 1 or 2 times that you seen that you wanted to throw, but I seen him. You see it in that game and throw the check down plenty of times. They 49ers was coming up and making a tackle instantly. It ain't like us where they was throwing short passes and check downs, and their players was breaking tackles and getting long gains. Our players was getting them short passes and they was going straight down. They was making short tackles.
Okay, let me finish my thought. Right. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. You keep making it seem like
I'm not saying you was wrong. I'm just saying though, I'm countering your point. You say you had offensive checkdowns.
I didn't even make a point yet, and you just countered me with a point I even made. I'm telling you that all I'm saying to you is a couple plays that Jalen held the ball too long, or he had a check down that he could have threw the ball to. Their defense was definitely out there making plays that they or making for short tackles that stopped us short or stopped us from any type of gains. I agree with all that. All I'm saying to you is that he has to be more cognizant of what's going on around him and take what's given to him. Because if you're going to stack the box with 8 or play coverage on the back end, you got the middle of the field wide open.
They wasn't stacking the box with 8 though.
You just said that.
No, I said we was leaving 8 men into block while they was rushing with 3. That's not stepping the box. They was dropping back with 8.
All right, so listen, if they dropping back, you still got the middle of the field open.
How you got the middle of the field open if you got 3 wide receivers in a route? You got 8 defenders out there defending.
Because listen, what they're playing is they're playing for the deep ball. They're playing for Devontae Smith getting deep passes or AJ Brown getting deep balls. They're giving you the middle of the field. They're saying you can take that. We're going to stop.
I don't agree with that. Because
Okay,
if the fact that they said they was rushing 3 and dropping 8, that means they wasn't giving you nothing in the passing game. They was giving you what they was giving you was the rushing attack.
all right.
That's why you should have ran the ball more because they was more fearful of our passing attack than the rushing attack.
Man, Mac just said it. Thanks, Mac. I'm telling you the same thing, but we're telling it different. But here's the thing. I agree with you though. That's what I'm saying to you. Like I agree exactly with what you're saying, and you just proved my point when you said they should have ran the ball. So if you see that defense out there, you say, all right, listen, y'all trying to stop the pass. Let me throw my running backs at you.
Yeah, and the Eagles been very good this year at making adjustments, but that game, I don't know. I guess they got a brain cramp or something, or they were just more confident in what they thought they could do besides of what they were seeing.
I don't know if he said they had spies a spy on Hurts giving us short yard plays.
Yeah, that's true.
They did, but I mean Hurts on 2 possessions that I can remember off the head right now killed us. The one when he fell because he had the ball for like 10 minutes and trying to get somebody open in the end zone and he fell trying to scramble. It was like, dude, just throw
Yeah,
that away.
that killed us. But that's like that stuff happens like that. You can't really get mad at him for that. He was trying.
No, I can. You know why? Because you're supposed to be better. This is premier competition. Listen, Jay, listen. It's supposed to be, you're playing against supreme competition. You're not playing against the Commanders or somebody like that where you could just do things like that. You got to show your dominance in these type of games too. I'm not saying he has it. Don't get it wrong. I'm not saying he has it. But in order to keep being elite or one of those great quarterbacks, you got to show against these tough teams. You can't make decisions like that all the time. Now, I'm not crying him for one game because he has been great all season. I'm just telling you, like in certain situations, you can't be like that against these type of teams because we're most likely going to see him in the playoffs.
All right. Are you saying that part killed you? You can't do that. But Mark, that's just a part of the game. That was a mistake. Like you just said. How many times you came through clutch and made great plays? You can't. Nobody's perfect. Mahomes, Brady, nope. Even they not perfect, and they win a lot. They have times where they make mistakes. He just made it made a tackle. He slipped. The field was slipped. He can't. He ain't like he ain't do nothing crazy where he threw an interception or did something where he was just like, what the heck was you thinking, Hurts? No, he just slipped. You can't call that just like when the offensive lineman pass blocking sometimes, and you set up and then they step on the quarterback foot. You can't blame nobody for that. Just them things just kind of happen sometimes.
That's a total different argument. What I'm asking you, let me ask you this: when he held the ball, he had that ball, and he was trying to get somebody open in the end zone or whatever, 30 yards down the field, however far the play was. Did you not say to yourself at one point, start yelling at the screen, say, "Don't just throw it away, just throw it away, and nobody's open"? Because even the announcers are saying that. You never tell me you didn't say that.
Well, he didn't have no reason to throw it away. Because even though he was biased, he was in the pocket. Like he was in a comfortable pocket. That's why he could stand there. That's why he stood there. Like it wasn't under pressure. The fact that he slipped is the only reason they got to him. If he didn't slip, he could have easily threw it away. The only reason he didn't throw it away because he slipped.
All right, you just
but
said
he
it.
had a clean pocket.
All right, you just said it, right? He had the ball. He had a clean pocket. We all agree with that. I'm in agreement with that. Nobody's open. You can't find nobody, right? You live to play another down.
Yeah, but Mark, when you in those situations, hold on one second. Let me finish my thought. Because I just let you did your thing. Let me do my thing. In those situations, everybody thinks, yeah, you throw the ball away. Yes, you throw the ball away, but if you don't have no pressure and you got a clean pocket, you're not going to just throw the ball away. That's what makes the best quarterbacks, like Jalen and Mahomes, because they buy time and make it. Like if you got a clean pocket, why would you just throw the ball away? Like if you see somebody coming after you had a clean pocket and you like, all right, well, he coming now. Then you throw the ball away. But as long as the pocket's still clean, you're gonna hold on to it until it's not clean. Any quarterback's gonna do that.
Jay, their defender broke free. He was coming after him. That's when he slipped. He knew it. He was coming after him. He tried to spin off of him to get around him, and he slipped. Like so. Hold on. Wait. Just I let you finish. Let me finish.
I didn't say I disagree with you. I said yeah.
So all I'm saying in that instance, right? You lost 14 yards on that play alone. It was like third and 24.
Yes, it was a big loss.
So you lost a big chunk, and I'm guaranteeing you, if he would have threw that away, I'm not going to say we could have, converted the first. We never know what could have happened, and if he would have threw the ball away and had a manageable third down. But in those situations, sometimes you have to look at it and say, you know what, this may not be worth me trying to make something out of nothing. Let me throw the ball away and live to play another down, because at the end of the day, I do not want to put our defense in a position. Hold on, let me finish. Just let me finish. I don't want to put our defense in a position where they're back on the field again against this dynamic team. Because at the end of the day, besides the first quarter, or it was the first quarter, the defense looked phenomenal in the first quarter. And after that, they were nowhere to be found. They couldn't tackle, they couldn't stop, they couldn't do anything. So in those situations, I'm not even seeing you thinking it like I'm taking it and blaming it all on Jalen Hurts. I'm saying to you, even the coordinator got to say to himself, or Nick Sirianni, because we believe Nick Sirianni is calling plays too. They got to hold on. Let me finish. They got to say to themselves, like, all right, listen, we're not getting open. We're not getting the players we want. Let's switch it up now. Let's start running the ball now. Get the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hand. Let's create a different balance, a different effect on this team to keep our defense on the sideline and keep their offense on the sideline. That's all I'm saying to you. Like you want to tell? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk because you want to tell me I'm telling you something different when I'm saying the same thing.
Mark, but what you said, you talking about because you have in hindsight. What they say is hindsight's 2020. You looking back and now saying, yeah, he should have did this, he should have did that. But in the moment, he had a clean pocket. He's in the pocket. You said throw the ball away. You can't just throw the ball away while you're in the pocket. For what he was doing when you say when he slipped and the man was rushing, what you talking about? That was him trying to get outside the pocket to throw the ball away. You know, to throw the ball away, you have to be outside the tackle box, right? And it has to reach the line of scrimmage. So you can't just be inside the pocket and just throw the ball away. It doesn't work that way.
Jay, you can. It has to go past the line of scrimmage.
No, not in the pocket. You have to be outside the pocket. You have to be outside the tackle box.
No. It has to be in the direction of a receiver. Somebody who can go the ball. Yes,
no, Mark. Hold on.
You mean to tell me?
Hold on. You just talked for 2 minutes. I said 2 words. You cut me off. Can I finish?
Hold on. You mean to tell me that a ball can't go over a receiver head while the quarterback is in the pocket without them calling the intentional grounding? That's what you're telling me?
No. You don't cross my words. Don't try. You just what I said. You didn't let me finish talking. You just talked for 2 minutes. Soon as I said some words, you cut me off. Let me finish my comments. All right, like I was saying, when you're in the pocket, yes, you can throw the ball over the wide receiver head, but don't you say what you're saying is in the pocket is that's taking a risk. Because what you're saying is you got to throw the ball in a way where while he's in the pocket, now you're telling me while he's in the pocket, he needs to throw the ball in a way where it's near the wide receiver, but the wide receiver and the defensive back or nobody in the defense can get near to it. While he's in the pocket. Which you think is harder? Which is not that easy? Which you think is harder? Or him getting outside the pocket and just throwing the ball away? You want him to make a magical throw instead of the correct play.
Hey, I hear you. Hold on, let me address him real quick. Robert, shout out to you. You're a true 49er fan. You know what I mean? I appreciate you not hiding, tucking your tail like the rest of them mutts did when I was trying to get them to be on the show. Hey, Mac, that's your brother because he sent me pictures talking about we going to sing the fight song for the 49ers, and I tried to get him on, Mac, and he was scared. And he even texted me after the show to tell me that, I kicked everybody out. Wasn't nobody watching the game with me. I had to watch it by myself. I ain't even cook. Hey, Mac, tell Rick he a nut for that. But go ahead,
Did you lose the bet where you had to wear a jersey on the podcast?
Yeah, but he ain't supply it yet, so it don't work now. It ain't working right now.
So you ain't honoring the bet right now.
I'm gonna honor it. I'm just not gonna go out and buy a 49er shirt. Hey, Eric, if you're listening, because I lost the bet to you, I'm gonna honor my bet, but I'm just not going outside to buy no 49er shirt. That ain't gonna happen because I was gonna supply Eagles jersey for you to wear. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Jay. So no, listen, let me tell you something. It wasn't a magical talk. I get what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying. And but what I'm trying to tell you, what I'm trying to get across to you is that I get that you're gonna hold the first couple minutes, you know what I mean, or first couple seconds of the play. You're trying to figure something out. You're trying to make something happen. I get it. But even the announcer was like, "Yo, just throw the ball away. It's not there. Throw it away." You know what I mean? Because you live to play another down. So all I'm saying,
I don't remember that because he didn't. Even though he held the ball, he didn't held it that long.
Jay, the play was like damn near a minute.
Come on, Mar. Come on, Mar. It wasn't a minute.
All right, Jay. The play was long. He had protection. I'm not
Yes,
arguing.
he had good protection, and he did have the ball for a while.
He had protection, and the problem was he couldn't find nobody downfield.
It
He
wasn't
couldn't.
nobody open, yeah.
He had a check down, but he missed it, and that's fine. Like you ain't gonna see everything every time that you're out there on the field. I agree with that. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not sitting here bashing Jalen Hurts. I'm not sitting here telling you that Jalen Hurts is the reason why we lost this game or anything. No, it's not that at all. The
No, I
coach,
didn't say you. I didn't agree. I didn't say you was. I agree. I didn't believe that.
the coaching is the reason why we lost this game because
Yes.
there,
Well,
there was no
it's a. I say both.
no. Listen. There was no coaching and tackling. There was no balance on offense at all. Period. There was
Well,
none
well,
because they,
you can say it, but at the same time, you can say with all the games we won,
we won't never
somebody in offense made a play. Who on offense made a play that last week against the
win.
49ers?
First of all, you didn't give the running backs a chance to make a play.
See, you harping on one group though.
No,
Oh,
Jay.
what about the rest of the team? So
All
AJ
right,
Brown,
wait.
Devontae Smith.
You gonna talk and then I'm gonna talk.
All right, go ahead. But you saying I'm saying nobody made plays. You say defense, offense. I don't care. You harping on the one position with the running back. But I'm
No,
talking
Jay.
about as a team, nobody made plays. The
Jay.
tight ends, the wide receivers, the defensive backs, the defensive linemen, nobody made plays.
Jay, can I say what I'm saying? You keep telling me I'm harping on running backs. It's not harping on running backs. When you establish a balanced attack, guess what? It opens it up for the rest of the players to make plays. When you're focused strictly on passing the ball, that's all I'm doing, passing the ball. Wait,
Well,
before you talk, just let me finish. I'm passing the ball all the time. I am not looking for my running backs. My running backs only got like 17 carries between three of them. I'm not worried about them. Like I'm just gonna keep airing it out to Devontae, AJ Brown. I'm gonna keep just throwing it to them. Whoever it is, I'm throwing the ball out there. I don't care about my. But Jack, all right, go ahead. You won't let me finish. Go ahead.
listen, he's just like I cut you out. I said, all right. But
No,
what I'm saying, I agree with you the fact that we should run the ball. But you taking it to the extreme, talk about running the ball. I don't believe running the ball opens it up for everybody else. What running the ball does, it makes our offense less predictable. So it's harder for the defense to that's
but
not opening it up for everybody else because it's just as easy for the passing game to open up for the running game. And some games it's the running game that opens up for the passing game. It's just making your team less predictable.
Jay,
But it's different ways you can go about that too. Because like with you can use the 49ers example, but the 49ers and Miami, they do a lot of motions and a lot of formation things that confuse defenses too. That's why I said earlier in the program, we don't do none of that. Most of the time we just line up. That's why I say like if we did more of that, it might help with the fact that we don't run as much. But the fact that we don't run much and we don't do no motions and no kind of disguise in the offense where we just line up and say our players are better than yours and we're gonna execute. That's what we got.
that's what the
I
problem.
see. City made some plays, but
But
that was
that's
early in the game. Ain't nobody make plays late in the game. That was like the first quarter.
but that's the
We
problem.
scored our first 6 points.
But that's the problem, though, Jay. The problem is there's no balance, right? How can you tell me that I can hold
See,
on?
to us,
All right,
go ahead. Go
let me
ahead.
ask
Go
you,
ahead. Go
does
ahead.
a play action work if there's no threat of a run?
It shouldn't.
All right,
It can fool some people, but it shouldn't work.
so here's the thing, right? With no threat of a run, play action is out the window.
But we don't use play action as much as we should.
No. I'm just talking in general. I'm not talking about for us in period. I'm just talking about in general. You
Uh,
can't. You're not going to run. You're not. I know that you're not going to run the ball. So I'm not. There's no threat for me to try to stop you from running the ball. All I'm gonna do is just sit there, like you just said. I'm gonna play 8 in coverage. What'd you say? 8 in coverage? You said earlier.
yeah.
I'm gonna play 8 in coverage and dare you to try to beat that. And that's what the trap that the Eagles fell in. That's what they constantly. I'm gonna just keep throwing it there. I'm gonna beat it eventually, like you just said. I'm gonna line my best players up against your defense, and I believe we gonna win. Instead of them saying to themselves, like, you know what? Let me just even get 2, 3, 4 yards of carry. You know what I mean? And make it manageable for third down and get you because one of these runs, I'm gonna break off. Somebody's gonna break off a run. Because now we had an element of mixing the pass with the run and saying, like, all right, well, I can now mix the pass with the run because now they see that I'm gonna run the ball, they're gonna start coming up to try to stop it. And so when you try to stop it, now I could go over top of you. So that's exactly what the 49ers do. All right.
Look, but see, you forget it's not a trap
Wait,
that you said the Eagles fell into. It's the Eagles' philosophy.
all right, no, no,
It's
no,
the
no.
way they go about it day by day, week by week. They all for years now. We've been trying, even with that. Well, that, you can say with Andy Reid, but it's a different scenario with Sirianni, where they come out and tell you, we come out and we throw to get the lead, and we
Okay.
run the pay to seal it. They tell you that they come out. They not hide it. That's the way they want to play.
All right, all
It's
right,
if we don't agree with it, and a lot of games they should be more flexible if you ask me. But they're not as flexible as they should.
all right. Listen,
And the
that's
one thing I should tell you about running the ball, you kept harping on running the ball. Swift is not a bell cow running back. He's more of a game breaker where he get the ball and break it. He's more likely to break a long one than he is to get 20 carries and constantly give him 20 carries and he'll get 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards.
all right, listen, here's my thing, right? You keep telling me I'm harping on run, and now you want to say bell cow. I never said that he's a bell cow running back. I never said
I
any of that.
never said you said that. Why are you saying I said you said? I never said I said Swift's not that kind of running back. I never said you said Swift's that kind of running back. What's going on? Why are you saying that?
If you just give me a minute to hear me out, you can understand what I'm saying. I'm not telling you that he's a bell cow running back. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm telling you is that he's a running back. I'm telling you that he's a running back in a room that is not being used. And that's a problem. Even going against today against the Cowboys, you got to mix the pass with the run. Once you, because DeJuan Bland had what? He got like 6 or 7 interceptions that's coming in for Diggs.
Talking about Bland?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't like the Cowboys, but I gotta admit, defensively they've been drafting good. Between Bland and the other, the one that's hurt, they got 2 nice young quarterbacks.
All right, so let me finish real quick. You can't go into this game thinking that you're just going to air the ball out every time and not run the ball. I told you you can't.
But you watched that Seattle game, right?
All right, hold on, Jay. Let me finish. Let me finish my thought. I'm gonna let you finish yours. I'm just telling you.
I ain't letting me argue with you. I'm just saying you watched that Seattle game. I have just a question.
But I just wasn't finished what I was saying.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead. Finish what you saying.
Saying to you, like at the end of the day, the basic bottom line is that you can't do one-dimensional football. I keep harping on the run because if the run was a factor, guess what? It would be the game. I'm not going to say we could have won the game. Or we don't know the outcome, but the game would have been a lot different. It'd have been a lot different. Like just like you say in the beginning, you'll sit there and say that's not their philosophy, and we all can see it. We all agree with it. That's not their philosophy. But at the end of the day, you need to change your philosophy because what you're doing not working. This is what we're arguing about because me and you are both saying the same thing because we're sitting there saying that if you do run the ball, it makes it a lot easier for your offense and a lot easier for you to get the plays off that you want to run. I'm not arguing. Like, see, me and you are arguing back and forth, thinking we're talking about. I'm telling you that they should do what I want them to do. No, we both agree that they should run the ball. That's just not what they do. And I understand that, but the point is that we're trying to make a push for them to run the ball. That's why, like he said, you got people outside the NovaCare complex like, yo, run the ball. Then you get Nick Sirianni saying, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we do need to run the ball more. Like, dude, don't just say it, do it. Because at the end of the day, like these games that we're playing, like the 49ers, I always said in earlier videos, I said the 49ers out of this stretch of games would be the hardest team to beat.
Well, everybody do that because right now everybody feel the 49ers is the best team in the league.
I actually predicted them to lose. I thought that the Eagles would lose that game. I said that was the one game that they would lose because I felt the 49ers was tough. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, and I always said, I always like their balance. But like even coming to tonight, this 8 o'clock primetime game, you have to mix it up. You can't.
See, but that's what we say. Yeah, we already agree that they need to run, and I tell you that. But what we saying and what we seeing is not what we seeing. It's the Eagles. They self tell you
we're not
that
turning.
They want to throw the ball to get the lead and run to secure it. To me personally, I don't agree with that. I don't like that philosophy. Like I
Exactly.
said, I believe they should be more open to being flexible. Like they should come in with a game plan, or their philosophy shouldn't be based like that. It should so simple. They should come in every game with a different game plan. like, oh well, this team that we ain't gonna pass to get the lead. We're gonna run on them because that's the best
That,
situation for us.
that is
But
what
the
I've
way
been.
the team was built is by them running the ball and being multi-dimensional by running, passing, all that. It keeps teams off hill, and we have the position players at each position to do it. That's why we should do it more often. It's not like when we got a team where our running backs suck, so that's why we throwing a lot. Or offensive line. Well, offensive line is kind of funny because sometimes them holes be there, they be huge, and then sometimes like with 49ers, we was only everybody say run the ball, but we was only averaging 2 yards a carry against the
Yeah,
49ers.
yeah. I know,
They
but
they wasn't even with them playing the pass. They were still able to shut down our run, which was
no,
horrible.
no. Here's the problem. All right. So here, let me say this real quick. Let me address Robert real quick. Y'all weren't able to run the ball. How was y'all gonna run on us and shut it? And we shut it down. We didn't
See,
even.
exactly. We wasn't like they did try. The thing with the Eagles is when if they start running early and it gets shut down, they have a very big tendency to go away from it.
See,
If you run and they don't get to nothing they like on the first couple of runs, they'll real quick go away from it and just start throwing the ball.
the point is, we never ran the ball. We never consistently tried to run the ball. You can sit there and make that face. We never 17 carries for 3 running backs is not consistently trying to run the ball. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care what you want to say. 17 carries for 3 running backs is not consistently running the ball.
I'm
Like,
not arguing with you about the fact you said 3 running backs to make a bigger difference, but the whole point is the fact that I say it is like I said earlier. If the Eagles the way they is, if we don't get
I'm not.
success early
I,
in our running games,
I
we
understand
tend to
that.
go away from it, and that's what happened. And we
I,
wasn't getting success.
I understand that part though. I'm not arguing that stuff. I'm just telling you, like the way what I'm saying to you is, I'm arguing as a fan, saying to my organization, like, listen, this is what you're not doing. And yours, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
I'm
hold on,
playing devil's advocate over here. I ain't arguing with you.
hold on, wait. You're saying your stance is that, oh, I'm saying what the Eagles' philosophy is. Like you're trying to tell me you're arguing their point. I'm like, I don't care about their point because me and you, no, seriously, me and you both sit here and know that their point don't even make sense because here's the thing, right? We sit there and agree and say that, yo, listen, if they would have ran the ball, committed to the run a little bit more, the outcome may have been different. We don't know how it would have went, but the outcome may have been different. But they need to, even when they're not getting successful running the ball, you still got to commit to it and run it because you will eventually. You will eventually you will eventually get success at it. I mean, think about it. Think about it. Our running backs against us was averaging 50-something yards a game in the beginning of the season. You can laugh at me. You can think that I'm not right, but guess
I'm
what they
not laughing at you. What are you talking about? God, why?
guess, guess what they
Why
did.
you just want me to be against you? So?
Guess what they did. They kept running the ball. Teams kept running the ball. We can't get in the mindset of saying, oh, it ain't running, it ain't working. Let's just pass the ball. That's a recipe to lose.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. The key to that game last week was when we went down early in the game, when we were stopping them early in the game, and then we went down to the first 2 drives and got into the red zone, and we came away with 2 field goals. That was the key to the game. When we came away with 2 field goals, it gave the 49. Hold on, let me finish. It gave the 49ers the opportunity to stick with their game plan, which is what they'd like to do, which is be balanced, run with McCaffrey, and throw the short passes and try to break like they do. If we'd have got up 14 nothing like we should have, that would have been a different game because the pressure on Brock Purdy would have been totally different. He was able to sit back there, be comfortable, hand the ball to McCarthy, and take what we gave him. And what we gave him, they killed us with it.
Agreed.
But if we forced them to be one dimensional when we went up 14 nothing, that would have been a different ball game.
All right, so
And that you probably would have seen us running the ball more.
real quick. We had, he said, Robert said we had this game circled. Obviously y'all did. Y'all was bitter. Y'all was salty that y'all lost in this NFC championship. Which again, that's what I said after the game was over, like I wasn't even mad at the loss of the game. Like, yeah, we could have played better. We could definitely did things better, but I wasn't even mad because I knew this was like y'all Super Bowl for y'all. I mean, y'all
I don't
put
know if it was a Super Bowl, but I told you during the game. Remember, I kept texting you saying that they look like they wanted more. I texted you. I was like, they look like wanted more.
Yeah, I mean, but see, here's the thing. Like, I'm Swift was number 2 rushing in 4 to 5 weeks. Yeah, But he's not. They're not consistently running the ball though. That's what I'm saying. Like
He's
there's,
still top 10 now. That's the crazy thing. With the least amount of carries of the running backs, is probably in the top 10. Swift is still in the top 10.
but you're in. I agree. But you're in the passing league though. This is a passing league now. So the running backs. There's no real running backs out there that's running the ball like they like.
Man, I don't agree with that either. Because if you look at the two teams, well, the two highest scoring teams you think about, Miami and 49ers,
It,
they commit to running the ball. Everybody look at Miami because they see Tyreek Hill and all that, but Miami commits to running the ball. When we beat Miami, it was because we shut down their run.
but the difference is though, Jay. What I'm saying to you is about running the ball is that they consistently do it. We don't. Even though
Who?
you're the Eagles, those
Oh
teams
yeah, the
don't.
Eagles don't.
The 49ers are consistently run. The Miami Dolphins will run. They will consistently run the ball, even though they got high flying wide receivers. We're like, if you really pay attention to it, like we're built the same way that they are. The 49ers and Dolphins. But the only
Yeah,
problem,
we are built similar. If you ask me though,
but the only problem is that we don't consistently do what we got. We use our talent. We don't consistently
well,
do.
it's the play call. We don't consistently stick.
Exactly.
I would say we don't consistently stick with the run.
Yeah,
But my
that's what
thing is this: everybody say the league's a passing league, which it is now. It's more passing than ever in the league. But my thing is, all the best offenses in the league every year is teams that's balanced. And usually they run the ball and pass. Like everybody, like the best teams. It's rare that the best teams just pass, pass, pass. Like the great. Everybody think of the greatest show on turf with the Rams when they had Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce and all that was a passing team. But they ran the ball consistently with Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk was their best player when they was in their prime, that team.
But that's the thing that I'm saying though. Like we have that the way those teams were set up was an equally balanced setup for those teams, right? You can pass the ball, you can run the ball. You had players on each side that was dominant, and that's all I'm saying to you. Like the Eagles have to get out of the mindset of saying that I'm gonna line my best players up against your team or your defense, and we're gonna do what we want to do. That ain't working. Do what your team is built on.
Well, that's a mindset, and I love that mindset because in a way, because that's it's certainly your dominance and your
But
physicality on your opponent.
I
By
understand,
saying I'm gonna line up and do what I want to do no matter what.
but
That's kind of asserting your dominance and physicality on them.
but the
But
problem
it don't always work out.
But the problem is when you see it not working, you got to go away from it, right? You got to say to yourself, like, this ain't working. Let me stop and go to something different. Like you
Yeah,
can't.
but like you said, but we say that as a team for the Eagles, they second half adjustments been one of the best in the league.
I'm not
The
saying that.
the only problem with adjustments, I would say, is that it takes to the second half. They need to be a little bit quicker on their feet
Right.
in their adjustments progress. They that wait till the second half, go from quarter to quarter, like the first quarter, second quarter more
Yeah.
than a
Yeah.
first half, second half thing.
I agree. I'm a total agreement with what you're saying. All I'm just saying to you, like, is all right. So let's real quick before we get into the pick'em. Let's say tonight. What's your predictions and what's your players of the game, offensively, defensively, and give me tell me what you want to see differently from this game in this game than you did in the 49ers game.
Well, I want to see is a win. That's the biggest difference I want to see. But yeah, like I said, our game plan last week for the 49ers versus the 49ers wasn't a good game plan. And it gives our players the best chance to win that game. I hope we come out with a better game plan. I hope we more balanced to keep keep Dallas offense off the field a little bit more. And I just hope we play better on defense because last week our defense looked bad. And then
Yeah,
I know we signed Leonard, but just like with Byron, when we signed Byron, everybody he's playing better now. But when we first signed him, we thought we just gonna come in here and be the hero. It's not that easy. It took him a while to get used to the team and the scheme and all that. And I feel the same way with Leonard. So he's not gonna come in to be a hero. So I hope what we got? Because what's his name? A linebacker. Is Cunningham still hurt? I can't remember. Cunningham still hurt.
Yeah, it still hurt.
Yeah, the other one, Morrow, who he said since the season started, he's been a decent blitzer, but his coverage been horrible. And we cut Ellis, and the Patriots picked him up, which is I liked him. Even though he was a rookie, he was a second year player, he had potential. It was like 6 different teams that tried to pick him up off the waiver wire.
Yeah, they
They
said
said,
Nick Sirianni was mad about that because they thought he was going to be able to come back.
yeah, they thought he was gonna get through the waiver wire. It was like 7 teams they tried to get him. He didn't have a chance to get through the waiver wire, and I
Right.
liked it. He was our second year, but the other guy they got, I think Van Buren or something like that, and he's potential, but he's just potential. I like his size, but I don't know if he could play yet because he's supposed to be like 6'5", 6'4", something like that. Supposed to be a big linebacker, one of our bigger linebackers, or I should say taller. He's still slim.
Right.
Because the days of them big, what's that, Jeremy Trotter kind of linebackers are gone. You
Yeah.
need people that can play coverage.
All right. So Smith, my man Mac just said 27-20. Swift over 100 yards. Smitty over 100 yards. More defense. Reddick 2 sacks. Slay and INT. Oh, I like that.
Oh man, that'd be a beautiful game if it go
That-
like that. I'll be
yeah.
here cheering happy.
Yeah. So what's yours? Tell me yours real quick.
Man, if I'd say this, they had a graphic I was watching earlier in the week. They say when Smith go over 100 yards, we usually win. So Smith go over 100 yards, you can chalk that as a win for certain. But I would see. I think this is a game because they got Bland. I think Bland probably gonna follow AJ. If they don't put AJ Bland don't follow AJ, then I think AJ gonna have a big game. But and then Goddard's back too, so this is set up to be a prime Goddard game. I think Goddard and Swift. This is the two straight up the middle. We're gonna attack their middle.
This is a hater. Bypass the hater. All right. So you saying Swift and Goddard have a good game?
Offense, yeah. Go defense. I go with I was about to call him Shipperberg. That's what my girl always call him. That's a safety. Nah, we
Oh,
don't have a Shipperberg.
Blankenship.
Yeah, Blankenship. She called him Shipperberg. That's what I said. I was about to say because she always calls Shipperberg. I'm like, it's Blankenship. I think he's gonna have a good game. He's been playing pretty decent because he got a Pro Bowl vote. He might be the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, they said he was leading the team in Pro Bowl votes, right?
Our team, yeah, it's just amazing to me. But he has been playing pretty good. He ain't been bad. Everybody was shocked, but this is second year. He's going to the Pro Bowl. So how he did make up with that, but he just messed up with not linebackers. I always told you I wish they'd have kept what was I Edwards.
Yeah,
I think it would
TJ.
have made a big difference if they kept. I always thought they should have kept Edwards. They
Yeah.
should. Other people, I think, we just letting go. I said they should have kept the middle of the defense because that's the hardest thing to show up, and we paying for it now. I think they kept Edwards or Kaiser White. They could have kept him, but I prefer Edwards.
I would prefer Edwards too. Yeah.
I think what's his name probably wouldn't have got hurt as much, and I think he would be better off ball. Even though in college he was middle linebacker, I think N'Kobe Dean's a better off ball linebacker in the NFL because his size
Okay.
and his speed and his record battle with them biggies in the middle of the field.
Right.
With the guards and stuff as much. He could kind of be on the outside.
Yeah, so me and you could do our scores at the end of the live. Real quick, I'm gonna just say I believe that the Eagles defense will have a bounce back game. I think they will get the tackling under, corrected. All the missed tackles. I mean, don't get it wrong. They got CeeDee Lamb. I'm not too worried about Cooks because I mean Cooks. He's coming along. He's been coming along lately, but I'm not worried about him. You know what I mean?
Cook's always a threat. He ain't no slug.
No. I'm not saying that you got to sleep on him. I'm just saying that I'm worried more about CeeDee Lamb than I am Cooks. I'm worried about CeeDee Lamb more. But I think
C. Lamb is Roby's. Roby gonna have to deal with him in the slot because that's where C. Lamb usually kill us in the slot. And outside, it's the slot that he kills us in the middle.
I think that the Eagles have a bounce back. The defense have a bounce back game, and we get a good we get a key stop in a crucial part of the game.
What we need to do is make it one dimensional. If we can shut down their run, force them to pass, and play good coverage, then we should be good. But you gotta remember, we gotta play good coverage because our coverage ain't been that good all year.
I just want to ask this person right here, who am I talking about? Because you have no idea. I would be worried about him too. Who are you? Who am I talking about? Just put the name up. Who am I talking about? You don't even know what you talking about. Anyway, listen, we're gonna start this real quick. Pick 'em part because I got to get my redemption back. We all saw New England Gee, see, there you go. I wasn't talking. Here she go. I wasn't talking about CD. I wasn't talking about him at all. I just told if you was paying attention to the show, I said that I'm worried about him because he's the only player on their team that I'm worried about. So now I get what you saying. You telling about because I said I wasn't worried about Cooks. All right, so you're right. Yeah, I am worried about CD. So stop it. Now that's enough. I gave you your props. I give you leave me alone now. You hater of the Eagles. So we saw New England. My mom was the only one in pick them this week. Shout out to you, mom, if you on. The
Yeah,
only
I started to pick them too, but I was like, man, New England is horrible. I didn't think they could pull it out, and they definitely pulled it out. That
I was sitting there looking at that game like, you got to be kidding me. You can't be doing this. Like,
they roasted Tomlin because of that game.
So when I put up the post, right, I put up the post and I was typing in who I was gonna pick, and I started typing New England. Then I stopped and said, "Nah, Pittsburgh. Excuse me, Pittsburgh gonna get it done." And look, my mom talking trash.
Yep, the only one.
But we saw Pittsburgh go down to New England. Everybody except my mom is starting out with an L. So
because they've been playing better. I thought they got rid of the offensive coordinator. They were scoring points.
Right.
I thought they was on a bounce back, and they went up there and threw an A.
Right. And so let's go to the next game. This Sunday game, 1:00. Tampa Bay at the Atlanta Falcons. Tampa Bay at Atlanta Falcons. I'm gonna let you go first on this game because this game is kind of it's almost like a tricky. You know what I mean?
It's a pick'em game, and I'm picking Atlanta.
Atlanta, okay.
I think the Bucks are frauds. I don't have no faith in their quarterback.
What you call Baker Mayfield? Oh, no, did they go back to Baker Mayfield or they went to Kyle Trask?
I thought they were still Baker.
Let's see. I'm on my
Even though the Atlanta quarterback Ritter sucks too, but I don't know. Atlanta look like they got more spunk right now. They look a little feisty.
Yeah. I mean, Atlanta to me is I'm picking Atlanta. Let me just write that down. Matter of fact, before I we can look at that up after the game. My mom picks Atlanta. Everybody's pretty much going Atlanta because Uncle Steve picks Atlanta. Everybody pretty much went Atlanta on that one. And I think Atlanta's defense is, you know what I mean? They're Jesse Bates has been getting interception after interception all year long. Like I'm going with Atlanta on that one.
True, but Mike Evans out there beasting too. But I still don't trust Tampa.
He's definitely beasting. You know what I mean? Detroit at Chicago. Did they play on Thanksgiving? No, that wasn't that. That wasn't Detroit. That was Green Bay.
Well, they're division rivals, so they're gonna play twice a year anyway.
I'm
gonna go with Detroit.
Man, also he went Tampa Bay. He was the only one that picked Tampa Bay. Okay. So Detroit, you going Detroit at Chicago. They're playing in Chicago, Soldier Field. You picking Detroit?
Yep.
Okay. Tell me why you picking Detroit on that game.
Because I think Detroit's the better team. I don't really Justin Fields as a player, I like him, but he really hasn't done nothing to put faith in him for me to put faith in him. Like his speed and athleticism is crazy. He does have an arm, but he just had to put it all together yet, it seems like. I blame Chicago though for that. And it looked like they might be getting rid of him and going for a new quarterback in this draft. So if they get rid of him, even though we got Jalen, I think we should get him. He's a better backup than Mariota, and we could develop him.
Justin Fields?
Yeah.
You know how much the city will be in the uproar if you bring Justin Fields in?
Yeah, I know. They always let it back up. As soon as Jalen make a mistake, they're like, "Boo! Put Justin Fields in."
Burn it down. My mom, who you? Oh, she picked the Lions. Detroit. Everybody picked Detroit. My man Mac, he only want to pick the Chicago Bears, and he's
picking all the underdogs this season.
He says why? He says the weather's going to hurt the Lions. Is that a fact? That's a pretty good observation. I
like the Lions defense. What's that bull defensive end? He's I like him.
Oh, the bull from Michigan.
Yeah.
It's gonna come to me. I can't remember his name. I
Yeah,
know
I can't think of his name right now, but I like him. He nice. Straight from Michigan, he been ball. I wish we would have drafted him. But and plus, who Chicago got on defense? I don't know.
Chicago. They got T.J. Edwards. They got your boy out there, T.J. Edwards.
Well, yeah, linebacker, but
Next game, Colts. What do you say? The ball in the dome. Yeah, they ball in the dome. They don't ball outside in the
yeah,
Emirates.
they definitely ball at home more than they do outside. Detroit's notorious for that. They've been like that for years. They ain't nothing new.
All right, the Colts at Cincinnati. They beat Cincinnati one last week.
Yes, they definitely won. Browning was out there balling. I don't know if he could do it twice. I'm going Colts.
You don't think? Yeah, no, not twice in a 2 times in a row.
I'm sticking with my boy Steichen. My boy Steichen out there balling. He can.
Yeah, I wish he was here. I was.
We wouldn't be having these problems probably if he was still here.
I wish he was still here. You're going Colts. And I told you, I was one of the ones that told you about the Colts defense. I kept telling you the Colts got a good defense.
Yeah, I underestimated defense, but John Patella hurt again with his finger broken, but
Yeah.
the backup was still good because he was leading the league when John Patella was out. So they running game, I don't see nothing going down from there. What's got me is their quarterback play. They got what's their balling? Minshew been playing kind of decent out there.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, they're actually doing a mix. You know what I mean? Pass with the run. Even though Jonathan Taylor got hurt, but they got the other the rookie.
Yeah, Matt. I think it's Matt.
He's been doing good. Everybody seemed like they're picking the Colts. Joanna with the Colts. My mom with the Colts. Uncle Steve with the Colts. And my man Matt is on board with us for the first game.
Oh, he ain't go to underdog this game.
Yeah. All right, so next game, Jacksonville at Cleveland. Now, I think Cleveland lost last week.
I was seeing they thinking Trevor Lawrence gonna play, but this is gonna be a good, tough game.
Yeah, Cleveland got blown out by the Rams.
I'm gonna go with Jacksonville.
Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Tell me why you got confidence in the Jags. Because the Jags.
I know Trevor Lawrence beat up and all that, but the Browns who's the Browns quarterback? Because I don't know. Is it gonna be People's Pope?
Yeah, no, Dorian Thompson or somebody like that. I think that's
you never even know. Like they quarterback is a revolving chair, a revolving door. Like
right.
You don't know. They throw whoever's healthy in there and hope for the best. So I'm gonna go with the more steady thing in Jaguars with their quarterback with Trevor Lawrence.
The Jaguars lost. Oh no, yeah, the Jaguars lost to the Bengals last week. That's who the Bengals won.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence got hurt. They lost.
Yeah, they lost by field goal.
But they say he's playing this week, so I'm going with them.
Joanna says Jacksonville. My Uncle Steve says the Browns. Because my man Mac, he's going.
Yeah,
Browns.
they do have a good defense. I was thinking that, but I'm a bet on the offense this week.
My mom says Jags. I'm going to Jags on that too. I think if I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to be 100%. Obviously, he's not. He's got a high ankle sprain, but I still think he gives enough to beat. I think the Browns are starting to slump. You know what I mean? I think they're starting to slump because it's getting to that meat and bones of the schedule. Their offense is up and down. I don't know where their offense has been ever since.
Well, ever since Joe Watson got hurt, they got a revolving door at quarterback. So
they got Joe Flacco at quarterback this year.
Yeah, he was starting last week. He starting this week too?
Yeah, I think he's starting this week. That's who it was. It wasn't Dorian Thompson. It was Flacco. Because they had.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to Jags. They dusted old Joe Flacco off the show.
He got torched last week, so I don't know. You know what I mean? All right. So next game, Carolina at New Orleans. That's a crazy trash game.
I'm gonna pick New Orleans. Carolina is horrible. We all know that. What's his name? Not Stroud. Damn, what's his name?
You talking about Bryce Young?
Yeah, Bryce Young. He's playing so bad. He got everybody fired.
Yeah, yeah. He's. I mean, I don't. I'm like this.
I
I
don't
don't.
know if he's playing bad or Stroud playing good, but
I'm
they
not.
got fired.
Him. I think that he. I think that this was a learning year for him. I think that he can actually come back and next year with some protection because I think a lot of the times when it comes to these teams is no protection.
Oh
Um,
yes, definitely situations to help players.
yeah,
Like they said, like you said, they have nothing over there in Carolina. They only play on offense besides Bryce Young. They got is Adam Thielen, and he's like 50.
yeah.
So they got to rebuild the whole offense. They need offensive line. They need offensive talent at the position players, position places. So they need a lot.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be like almost a total rehaul. Do they keep us Sanders? Do they keep Miles Sanders after this year?
I doubt it. He ain't doing nothing over there. They paid all money. See why we got rid of him.
All right, Houston at the Jets. Houston,
Houston,
the hottest team in the league right now.
young boy Stroud out there balling. I got faith in him.
You're going Houston, right?
Yeah,
I think I'm going with Houston too because that boy CJ Stroud looks like he's just a seasoned NFL vet. Like, I mean, the way he's
like he
throwing,
been here before.
like he's been playing since what I mean. He was. This not even a rookie year for him, man. Like it's crazy how he's been balling, and that it's not crazy. I mean, you're a professional, but it's you don't expect a rookie head coach, a rookie
Yes, it is
quarterback.
crazy. Don't. You was right. You was right the first time. It's unbelievable that a rookie quarterback with a rookie head coach could come in the league and do what he's doing. He got like 2 interceptions the whole year.
Right,
It's vets that don't do that good.
right. I'm going Houston. Like because that like I said, that team is. I mean, oh my
But that's
mind.
I always liked D'Amico. I'm mad that he ain't coach for the Eagles. I'm mad that we even let him go. He should have never left us.
My mom picks the Jets. Oh wow.
Before he got the head coach for Houston, when he was the D coordinator for the 49ers, I was pissed. I was like, why we didn't hire him? Because I hated Gannon. We should have got him over Gannon in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I agree. Ryan's got them there playing those tough nosed football. He definitely do. Like he's got them balling out there and doing things that we thought that they weren't going to be able to do in his first season as a coach and a quarterback. You know what I mean? We just
Yeah,
I
that is true. I didn't nobody believe it. I didn't. But one thing I can say about Ryan D'Amico is that he was Mufasa. When he played for us, they called the Eagles. They called him Mufasa. He ran the defense. He kept everybody in check. He was the man. He was the leader of our defense.
I swore I gotta look it up because I swore we was talking about this before. I could have sworn that he actually coached in some capacity for the Eagles before he went to the 49ers. I'm not a coordinator position, like maybe a linebackers coach or something. I thought it was something like that he did with the Eagles before.
Not that I recall of, because I know when he played for us, he left to play for somebody else. I forget who he was playing for exactly, but he played for somebody else. And I think we went back to the 49ers because he left the 49ers to come to us, and I think he went back to them.
Right.
Oh, he left Houston to come to us, and
No, he
then he
never.
left us to go to 49ers. That's
Oh,
how
he
it went, I
played
think.
as a player, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He ain't never coached for us. And then after he would stop playing for the 49ers, he started coaching for them. And he
Right.
worked his way up to defensive coordinator, and their defense was nice when he was the defensive coordinator. I
Yeah.
love the way they played defense. I wish our team played defense the way the 49ers team played defense.
But he went back to Texas. I mean, I thought he did something besides play. Um,
Yeah, I knew it was one of them.
next game, last of the 1 o'clock games. LA Rams at the Baltimore Ravens, who before the 49ers game, they were saying it's going to be a Super Bowl matchup between the Ravens and the 49ers. I mean, Ravens and the Eagles. Now everybody's off the Eagles bandwagon, but that's fine. That's where we want y'all to be at, off the bandwagon. We ain't got no room for that now.
I'm sorry, because I like we play better with underdogs anyway.
Hey,
But I'm pick Ravens for sure.
okay. Ravens for you. Um, Joanna picks Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson has been. I mean, he's actually he hasn't that I've seen. You can correct me if I'm wrong. He hasn't been like that I guess lighten up the field type player this year, but he's actually been consistent, more consistent. Now, this is the part of the year where that team usually struggles because it's like the pressure time. I want to see if he can keep it up. Um, but Lamar Jackson, I mean, he might. I don't know. He might make it to that Super Bowl.
You said he hasn't been lighting up the field. You said.
No, you know how last year, like years before, you seen him. You always seen big plays, big runs, big throughout the season.
I would say he's not running as much. I get what you're saying.
Right,
I would say he's not running as much. He's been passing the ball more than he's been running. You ain't see as many big plays for the run from him as
right.
you
Okay,
see in the years past.
that's
But
what I
he's
mean.
been staying in the pocket and passing the ball. His completion percentage is up. Uh, he's been making plays. At first, OBJ wasn't doing that, but OBJ seemed to be coming on. The rookie they drafted, Flowers, he's been balling.
Hey,
What
Flowers.
they need to do, because yeah, they best running back Dobbs got hurt again. He's always getting hurt for like the last 2 years. So they need a. They probably gonna do this draft to draft a running back. He needs a running back to complement Lamar.
Right. Yeah, they lose running backs like they lose. I don't know. They running backs go down
Yeah,
crazy.
they get somebody they could count on. Like if they had got like a B. John Robinson that Atlanta got right now, and you put him in the Ravens, oh my God.
Mark Andrews out and Gus and the other running back type. Yeah, yeah. Mark Andrews is. I think he's done for the year, ain't he? He's
My
not hurt.
Andrews is a tight end.
Yeah, I know he's done for the year. I think. Um,
Yeah. He been done for the year. He got done early too. I forgot about him.
Minnesota at Las Vegas Raiders. Minnesota at Las Vegas Raiders. That's. I
I'm
think
gonna go with
I'm going Raiders in that game. Let me say it
I'm
first.
going Vegas. They've been playing good with Antonio Pierce. And I'm gonna pick them. I'm gonna give them a chance. Because I don't see what the Vikings, the backup quarterbacks. Is Jefferson back? Yeah, I know he started practicing. Is he playing?
Back this game. I think he was supposed to come back this game.
I know he's practicing. I don't know if he played this game or not though, but I'm gonna go with Vegas.
Yeah,
Cause they
Dobbs.
talk about
Yeah, he
they
said.
don't know which quarterback is the best quarterback to get the ball to Jefferson when he comes back. And they like whoever can get the ball to him the best is that's who they gonna start.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't even know. They just like whoever can get Jefferson the ball, that's who we start.
that's what he just said. Dobbs. He said because Jefferson is back, so I guess they're going to use him. He and my man Mac went Vikings. Oh man,
First
I'm not.
game back, I might pick him next week after you get a game under his belt. First game back after being off so many weeks, I ain't going with Jefferson this week.
All right. Yeah. We're gonna see. They say he's the best receiver in the league. Um,
Yes, they do. But I don't know about that. I never agree with that statement. He's one of the best. I don't know if he's the best, 'cause especially with the way Tyreek Hill playing right now. Tyreek Hill about to go for 2,000 yards.
yeah.
Jefferson got close when he had was it 18 last year, but that still ain't 2,000.
Right.
So Tyreek go for 2,000. We gonna have a real big debate.
So yeah, you say top five. So do Seattle at San Francisco. Do we
Definitely
see
top five.
do we see Seattle? Because I think they lost 2 weeks ago against San Fran. I think that was a close game.
Yeah, they did lose. It wasn't that bad game. It's a division rival. You know, division rivals games are always like that.
It was a big game. They blew them out 31-13. It was a blowout. The
Oh
49ers.
yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, they did blow out Seattle.
Yeah. Who you
They
got
been
next?
blowing out all the teams that winning records. So that's why everybody on 49ers. And I can't knock it. They blew us out. They blew 49ers out. They blew Seattle out. All the division leaders for the NFC.
Uh-huh. They
They
49ers.
even blew out the Ravens, who were division leader for the AFC.
They blew out the Ravens. You said?
Yeah, the 49ers.
Yeah. Oh, hold up. They did?
Yeah, they beat everybody.
What was that? Huh?
uh, I
You
can't
said
pull it up on my phone. I wish I could pull it up on my phone.
49ers?
Yeah, they beat the Ravens. They beat the Seattle. They beat us. They beat all of us.
No, I'm saying you said your pick is 49ers over Seahawks.
Oh no, I didn't make that pick. My pick is I'm gonna go with Seattle. You know
Yeah.
why? Because they division rivals. I don't think they're gonna beat. They blew them out last time, and I don't think they're gonna beat them twice. It's just like with us and the Cowboys.
Yeah. You don't think so? I listen. I will hope that they lose.
And I think that another thing I think is they're emotionally drained because they put so much into beating us that they're gonna put out a goose egg.
um, my man Max at Seattle. He don't think Geno playing.
What?
I,
No Gino? Oh man, that changed my pick. I'm gonna
you what?
stick with it though.
You got time to change it right now if you want to change it.
No, I'm gonna stick with it. That just crushed me though. That
I
now I'm gonna
I,
say it.
I want to go with your philosophy. I'm hoping that I'm picking the 49ers though. I am picking the 49ers.
How you gonna
Only
go with my philosophy and say you picking the 49ers?
because I do hope that they have lost a lot of energy in playing the Eagles and come out lay a goose egg. I would love for that to happen. But also I'm trying to get back to my top spot, so I have to be a little biased with that. Like so I'm going to 49ers because I need to get back up top.
You say get back. When was you ever up top?
It might have been a 3 or 4 way tie or something like that, but I was there. Yeah, I mean, don't say
I,
that.
I ain't even gonna bring up your fantasy team.
We're gonna talk about fantasy football on this show. That's banned.
You done? You've been done early in the year with fantasy football.
Buffalo at the Kansas City Chiefs. That fantasy football nonsense.
Uh, ooh, that's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Buffalo. Okay.
Yeah, Kansas City got problems right now. Defense is good, but the offense is struggling.
Yeah, they are struggling.
And Buffalo needs this more than they do. If,
Yeah, but you know, all right, hold on. Let me get everybody picks in real quick so I don't mess nobody pick. You said that Buffalo needs it more than they do.
yep.
Uh, let me say I'm going KC on that. Where am I picking at? KC. I think they do too, but I just don't think that. I think that team is. I'm not going to say they checked out. But I think they're halfway there.
Buffalo?
Yeah, I think they're halfway there.
I don't think they checked out.
I don't know. I didn't say all the way. I think they're halfway there. They're playing in Buffalo. I just think that this Kansas City team, will find a way to turn obviously Josh Allen to that gunslinger like he usually is, and they're going to turn the ball over a little bit. He's going to turn the ball over a little bit, trying to be that, trying to be that person. You know what I mean? So I just don't have confidence in Josh Allen. Um, he's to me has I don't know. He just I don't know if it's like a play calling thing. I don't know what it is, but Josh Allen to me is just not. I'm not confident in him. That's all. Um, I'm gonna go to the next game. Hold on, I got everybody picked. Next game, Denver at the Chargers. As soon as I got high on Denver, believing that Denver was gonna come out and do the thing, let me down again. They came out and lost. Who they lost? They lost. Well, they didn't come out and lost, but I thought they would have beat the Texans last week. They lost. You know what I mean? Which is, you know, it's the Texans. Houston is good.
I'm gonna go with
Tia,
Denver.
Tia, inbox me your picks, Tia, so I can write them all down. You going Denver in that game against the hold on? You going Denver against who we were just talking about with C.J. Stroud?
You said they're playing the Chargers.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Chargers. I'm looking at her picks. That's what makes me up. My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I was looking at her picks and I
And
saw
the Chargers, Herbert is a loser. I like Herbert. He puts up great numbers, but does nothing but lose.
wait, is it Herbert or is it the offense? I mean the offensive, play calling.
I would say it's the coach, but he's still the one played on the field. He's still the one getting losses. Like I say, he puts up great numbers, but they still lose.
Yeah. I mean, I hold on.
I like it. He passes the eye test. You watch Herbert play, you're like, damn, I want a quarterback like him. He looks good. But at the same time, he puts up the numbers. At the same time, he still loses. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing to me. I never see a quarterback that plays as well as he plays that constantly loses.
Yeah, but I'm going. You talk about a team that needs it. I think they need it more, and I think Brandon Staley is fighting for his job. I think they come out on fire this game.
And the Chargers defense sucks. That's why they always in high scoring games. They always because they can't stop a cold.
I didn't say they were good, but I'm just saying that when it comes to the inconsistency of the Broncos offense, like what I mean, for me, I'm just gonna go with I think the Chargers are the better team. I think
Really?
I think the Chargers are the better team. I didn't say they're the better coach team. I said they're the better
I
team
heard what you said. That's what I'm shocked. You said they're the better team. I said, really?
on paper. Let me ask you this: on paper, who's better? Paper, just paper. Like player.
Paper? You can't talk about on paper because the season's almost over, Mar. You gotta go with what's going on the field.
No. I'm just talking. Like just answer that in general. On paper, who's the better team? Just on paper.
If you're talking about going for player by player like that,
Huh?
you talking about going like player by player, like
Yeah.
on paper, Chargers.
Okay, so that's all I'm basing my pick off of right now. On paper, because obviously they haven't shown that they could be better than any other team that they've been playing with or playing against. But I'm going Chargers in that game because I believe they need it.
Man, they got like 4 wins. They're gonna be a top pick in the draft. I don't see nothing coming from them this year until they fire Staley and see what they do next year with Justin Herbert with a different coach. But this year for them is over, as far as I'm concerned. Denver still got a fighting chance.
Last game of the Sunday schedule is obviously the Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. Now,
EAGLES.
before you say your pick, well, you said your pick. Give me your score. Give me your score prediction.
I'm gonna go high scoring 34-31.
34-31, high scoring game. Oh, Eagles win with a field goal. My Uncle Stevie, he picks Dallas. My mom, of course, picks the Eagles. You know what? I believe a high scoring game. I believe, of course, my Eagles come out with the victory. No, I'm sorry. I don't believe a high scoring game. I should say, my bad. I believe it's a low scoring game, but I believe
Really? Why? What makes you believe that?
I just think both defenses will step up and play well for both teams and make it
In the
hard.
dome.
Yeah.
In the dome with no weather. I think it's gonna be high scoring. That's why I pick high scoring game because the dome, Cowboys dome, no weather. It's a beautiful day. You're running on the turf.
I hear you. I just don't see it being a high scoring game. I see it being a close 20-17 type game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Obviously, I'm going 2017 Eagles. I just believe it's going to
If
be
it's
tight.
low scoring, we definitely winning.
I would love it to be a high scoring, but I would love it to be a high scoring to where as though we got 34 and they are 14 or 20. You know what I mean? I would like it to see like that. I want to see a high
That'd be
score.
a perfect bounce back game. They'll blow out the Cowboys and say, yeah, we sucked against the 49ers, reassert our dominance, and come out 11-2. And we basically solidify our first place seed with that too.
Yeah. He said under 54 points. Yeah, I agree. All right, we got 2 more games real quick before we
That's low scoring.
Yeah, that's like 20, 25 points. You know what I mean? Somewhere around there. 2 more games left. Tennessee, Monday Night Football. 2 games on Monday Night Football. Hold up. I think the game going to be high scoring because we're going to spank their butts because we lost last week and because we will not lose to them girls. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, we got to be realistic though. Look at this hater. No, you didn't already pick Dallas. You changed it to the Eagles. Why you changed it to the Eagles? Until you give me a good reason to say why you changed it to the Eagles, I want to know why.
Nah, you can't hang on. She got time. She made it in time. We ain't ending the podcast, so she definitely made it in time.
All right, Tennessee at Miami.
Tennessee at Miami. I'm definitely going Miami. Come on, get out of here.
It's a no-brainer. Will Will Levis been balling with DeAndre Hopkins?
I told you about Will Levis. I like Will Levis. I like the way he's been playing.
I'm just saying it's a no-brainer.
I didn't say it was a no-brainer, but Miami, Tennessee ain't really been nothing all year. Will Levis gave him a spark, but they still not in the playoffs. Miami's still one of the top 4 teams, top 5 teams in the AFC.
I'm just trying to make people laugh. I'm going Miami too. I don't think that I think that Miami is just way too tough for that.
Oh, don't get it messed up. Tennessee can pull it out, but I believe in the Dolphins. If the Dolphins let this down, they Super Bowl chances and hopes gonna look really shallow after this if they lose. They have
Yeah.
to win this game.
Um. I mean, Mac. He goes. Miami.
Look, like everybody picking Dolphins. Your mom picked Dolphins.
Yeah. Um, Uncle Steve picked Miami, I believe. Yeah, Uncle Steve got Miami. He goes Miami, Green Bay. Joanna goes Miami. I'm gonna change your pick, even though you didn't give me a reason why you want that pick changed. I think you might be trying to jinx us or something.
You got it. She made it in time. You gotta give her
I,
that.
I got it. I got it. I'm gonna change it. Green Bay at the last game. Green Bay at New York Giants.
Oh,
Green Bay at the New York Giants. Monday Night Football.
unfortunately, the Giants are horrible, so I'm gonna have to pick Green Bay and go with Love.
Uh, yeah.
You
I mean,
know the way Love play, Love could give you. Love is so up and down. He come out there, he look good. You be like, oh, he ain't that bad. Then he come out here, you be like, oh my God, I can't believe he a starter.
yeah, exactly. Because he had that rough stretch. Uncle Steve picked the Giants. He's a Giant fan. Um, Joanna picks Green Bay. Um,
Hell, you got to be a be a New Yorker to pick the Giants. The Giants ain't show nobody nothing.
yeah, he's a Giant fan. Watson out for the Giants. For Green Bay though. That's their
Oh,
receiver, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And my mom, did she pick?
I think
Uh,
he their best receiver right this year.
who?
I think he their best receiver this year.
I thought the boy Dobbs was playing pretty good. Going on a limb saying my mom said she's going on a limb saying the Giants. Okay, mom, you living on the edge.
Pick the
Um,
underdog.
all right, so what she say? Tia says I picked Green Bay because I need the Giants to lose. They're in our division. They have no way to catch up to us. They,
Them winning or losing does not affect us in our division or what. They have horrible year. They're nowhere. They playing for the number one pick. Just put it that way.
Steve said they've been winning. Who they won last week, right? Did they win last week?
Been winning what?
Uh, hold on. Let me see. They scored last week.
I think they won last week, but they ain't been winning. They might have won last week. Where you get winning from?
Actually, hold up. Yeah, they did win last week because they was on the bye. They was on the bye. Look, my man Maggie was in the head of bye last week.
Oh yeah, that's the only way they won. I can't.
Okay. Let's see the week before that. Let's see what they had the week before that. The Giants. Where they at? But they beat the Patriots 10-7. That don't count. That don't count. Like,
That's them winning. Beat the Patriots and going on the bye.
right? My mom said I agree with Uncle Steve. Yeah, they beat the Pats last week. They won with a bye. That's what I'm saying. They won with a bye. They ain't winning. Uncle Steve, cut it out. All right, so I know we did give our bold predictions of the game. This concludes our show for today. I want to thank Jay again for being the host on the show. A win is a win. You're right, Uncle Steve. A win is a win, but to Tia, the Giants have no chance of catching up with us in our division.
They can't even catch up with the Redskins.
Yeah, the Commanders, politically correct on
Oh
this show.
yeah, Commanders. I'm sorry. A Freudian slip with that one. That Commander name still sucks.
Any closing words?
Oh man, I hope our defense looks much better than it did last week. Because last week they were so bad it was scary. So they you can only go up from here. So go
Appreciate you.
Birds.
Go Birds. Appreciate you, Mac, for jumping on. Next time, get your brother Rick to come on the show. Kenya, shout out to you, Kenya, for saying go Eagles. Because now your mom, I don't know, you must have talked to her, Kenya. So I appreciate you for doing that. You told her to switch to the Eagles. I want.
But she told her that last time she won, so she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, Kenya's a smart little girl. Real quick, I want to give my little spiel. Go Eagles. The defense is going to show up, show out. Jalen Hurts definitely has a bounce back game, but I think it's more balanced this game because I think the Nick Sirianni's heard the crowds of the Eagles fans of being able to run that ball. I think they give a little bit more running this game than they did all year long. So, with that being said, EAGLES Eagles.
Thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win.
What are we waiting for?
You know what you gotta do. Do it.
How you feel what's about to happen on this field, man? They ain't gonna get it to us. We got to take it. They want to black out. We gonna give them a black out. Stay together and keep fighting down. It's time to knuckle up. You ain't everything they move. Touchdown. Brian Westbrook, he scored. Touchdown. And the Eagles win. The Eagles win. Let's get into it all day. Relentless, relentless, relentless. All your spirit, all your power, all your love. Give me what you got. Right here, right now. You ain't ready for a fight? Go ahead and go home. Because that's what this gonna be for 4 quarters. A fight. We always win when we fight together. That's how we